Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. So, what we're going to do today is a little bit different. I am going to do a you versus them reading. So, you versus your partner. It can be a job, but this is definitely, no, we're going to stick to this as a couple. So, you, the viewer, is on this side, them, your partner, is on this side. The way that I use tarot is not to dig into somebody else's psyche, feelings. It's absolutely okay for us to do this if we are authentically, I think, I'm trying to say it in the right way. What I mean to say is I believe tarot should be used in a way that is for you. You can't control anybody else in a situation. You can upset yourself. You can put yourself in a really crappy situation. Everybody likes to know, and you have every right to. With that being said, is that the right thing to be focusing on? If you have a screw and you have a hammer and a screwdriver, you could use both tools, but that hammer, the hammer's going to do some damage. It's going to do some damage, right? So let's get into your energies anyways, and we'll go from there. What I mean to say is this is to help you. So you're going to find out what your energy is kind of surrounding you, and you know how you feel. And then the energy sort of surrounding your partner, the person that you're thinking of. That's funny. These are actually, if you look, they're actually they're very similar feels to that. So this is definitely quite a strong connection. There's definitely been some betrayal, backstabbing, hurt for sure, but an undeniable connection for sure. But some this is a cycle. You on your end, you have a cycle that's finished. Um, you have your secret knowledge here. You have sort of your mentor, your guide. You see how he's holding his hands up, and there's the little. I don't know if you can see. I'll try and bring it up. The little owl. Moon to me is always kind of secrecy. I the right away message I got is whatever secrets you think they're kind of both handcuffed and ashamed and looking down, and the owl's there. Whatever secrets you've been holding that have made either you feel backstabbed or obviously that can be switched around if you've made somebody feel backstabbed. I think that that knowledge is already known and it's out, and it may be illuminating the secret, but I don't think so. I think, let me see here, that, is it clearing? I don't know why it's not focusing. Okay, well, anyways, three women, three generations, she's cutting ties. If you are pregnant or have gotten somebody pregnant, um, congratulations. As I'm hoping you can see as well, that looks like a big, yeah, I don't know how to say that for here, but it's a dark hole, and it's time for a new cycle. Definitely one is starting regardless. And then you have the Six of Swords, which is travel and leaving old places and friends, and obviously, I mean, if you look, there's only actually one sword, kind of, and the other four, five are actually not hurting anything. So I think you're moving away from a time right now. You might be moving from family and friends, depending on your situation. It might be time for college. It might be you're leaving home. It might be that you're leaving a relationship. I get that very strongly. And it's funny because over in your partner's energy is the exact same thing. So you have the Three of Swords, which, I mean, nobody likes to get the Three of Swords. It's stressful, it's sacrifice, it's limits, it's I mean, look at it. Does that look fun to you? But it also looks very similar, doesn't it? You know, and then you have the initiator on this side, which I would say would go with your Two of Pentacles. And of course, your Two of Pentacles is juggling. So, I mean, it's not hard to see the backstabbing and the coffin and the death of a relationship was probably caused by juggling and a three-party situation. A three-party, third party, whatever. Um, for oh, and sorry, and then so for time and the eruption, as you can see, those also look very similar. An eruption is again, it's the end of a cycle. It's like breaking of like old habits and ties. Like you see how the volcanoes erupting and there's sort of whips of stuff flying everywhere. And does that not look the same? I don't really like labels, but you are definitely dealing with like a twin flame for all intents and purposes. People use that word a lot, and I myself kind of threw it out there a little bit, but when you actually read up on it, it is something that is very rare, and I do not believe a lot of people find it in this lifetime. Um, it would make sense to me that maybe somebody that was not being reincarnated again, that feels like that would be an end of a lifetime kind of thing. I mean, they say soulmates and twin flames and whatnot are, lots of different things. A soul split in two that, searches for each other and all kinds of stuff. But if you cannot see the similarity in that, that's craziness. You're matching each other's energy almost to a T. So if you want to know how they're feeling, just ask yourself how you're feeling, right? Um, so we have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, so like the Ten of Cups, you have transformation and you have the Sage of Pentacles. So definitely somebody is, happy, wanting to be happy. There might be some secrets that are still getting, released and worked through, and, health issues, maybe sleeping a little bit more, working really hard, collecting those dollars and get. So you've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. This is, you couldn't pick these cards and have a better. I mean, okay, for all intents and purposes, here you've got stagnation going on, right? Which I mean, obviously, no matter how quote unquote perfect, we think that this looks, there's obviously some stagnation. There's been cheating. There has been backstabbing, gossip, pregnancy for sure. You guys probably have a child together. You've been under other people's control. There are secrets. You feel like you have to put on a show for everybody. There's definitely a very dominant sort of male energy in this, and you definitely have children together. Definitely a very strong connection, and um, definitely not together right now. It's so hard when you do these readings. I have a situation in my life very similar, and so whenever you're doing a card reading, you really have to put your mind and thoughts and feelings completely aside when you're doing it. However, if you're an intuitive reader, the way that that works a lot of times is by taking your thoughts and feelings and memories and sharing them. And so I just want to explain for anybody that might think that something is biased based on, I've seen it before, oh, you must be dating a Leo, or you must be dating a this, and that's why your reading is bi, da 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 da. And I just feel that just like turning on the radio and having a song play, the memories and the feelings and whatnot, those are the things that we need to share with each other. those are the things that make us feel like nobody else has ever felt as bad as I feel right now. Nobody else has ever, gone through what I'm going through. But when we get stuck and we feel alone and we've hit a wall and we feel like we're on show for everybody, how long can that go? How long before you are lying in that God? I'm so sorry. I literally just had two things pop into my head. I don't know if the end of that sentence made sense, but here's the thing. If somebody is pregnant in this situation, it would still be a secret, first of all, because you've got two moons there, both at nighttime. Again, you've got the two, I hate to say it, but the two cheating cards, and then you've got, there is definite love here. You're both feeling betrayed, so you're matching energies. You both feel like the other person has a secret. You both feel like you've been, I would say, your partner feels cheated and like they've gone through sort of a death. You feel backstabbed, but I would say you kind of got out of the situation maybe a little cleaner, I'd say. And then the same thing with, your partner has intense feelings of, you know, eruption and passion and just fire for you, but also has a sense of juggling. When I look at this, I feel like your partner's putting on a show. And see how the woman is peeking out the window? It's almost like she's putting on a show to distract from the fact that he or she, I should say. And so I got two distinct messages with this. This person is putting on a show, keeping themselves busy, so to speak, kind of avoiding the fact that they know what's going on behind them. And then the second message would be if this is the person that is cheating, they know very well how to distract and sort of play that game in front of everybody. And I'm also getting a lot of nighttime, hanging around, being stagnant. But at one point, and I want to say at one point this was definitely a happy family, I would say, or at least the goal was to be a happy family. And if you don't have children together, I definitely am picking up a baby. So whether you're both having a child together, yourself and your partner, I'm also picking up, and I hate to say it, it could also be a hidden pregnancy. And that could also be sort of the distraction, look at me, take some money, don't look back there kind of thing. Look at the shiny object. Now, when we did this, we have on this side a consort. It's by himself, his hawk, his sword, his wolf. And then on this side, and you see the baby as well. This is the distinction. So, right now, currently, you're feeling maybe nostalgic, but you want this. This is your goal. You want the money, you want the wife, you want the kids, but your partner's feeling ready for battle. Not necessarily battle as in going to war, but they've been through the ringer, I think, and they've been at it and they've hit a wall. And so I will say this just for the sake of it. This can be absolutely reversed. You know your situation, I don't. But I'm going to say that this is the person that was actually cheated on. If this is the person that was actually cheated on, they feel stuck. They feel like they've hit a wall, and although they've shown up, it's on guard. I think as much as, I mean, I'm going to go on a limb here and say this kind of felt like it killed them. You know, they felt definitely put out, um, on display. They felt used, you know. And with you, I think you're ready to let secrets go. You have all the knowledge that you need. You might be a little bit scared, and this would be a difficult situation. It's a very heavy energy, so I completely understand. It's the unknown. It's going into that dark cave. It's releasing the young so you can get to that old. And you see how Grandma's got the knife there, and she's holding her baby. So that's another reason that makes me feel that this could possibly be a pregnancy, and it could possibly be in secret. And if it's in secret, then obviously it would make sense that you on your side were getting prepared for a family, where this person, at least that you're thinking of, is obviously not the person that is pregnant, but the person you consider your partner for at least this reading. This person's feeling very put out, very alone, very against the wall, very burdened. But I gotta be honest, your energy is very, you've got two completions, you've got the transformation. I definitely sense over on this side. This person has also, you've also gone through some things, but I think you hold a lot more inside. You have double, almost triple sort of secrets, darkness, moon. Um, you know, it's a very dreaded, you know, she's in the dark here. He's in the, sorry, she's in the, you know, cold winter. He's outside, they're naked, you know, they're in front of a dark, you know, the JJ cave. It's as much as I think you're coming out of this sort of backstabbing kind of energy, I still feel like you definitely are holding on to some secrets. Maybe secret travel, some secret emotions. Um, you want to say something, I feel. I feel you want to come out of the dark. You want, you know, this is maybe a specific message, but, and I'll tell you why right here, but you see this little guy hiding, and then you see this guy holding the baby. If it's a secret pregnancy, it's you're hiding it, but you would love to sort of tell the world, if that makes sense, because that's your Ten of Cups. You are happy, but in secret. And if that's not your situation, just click off and go to one of my other videos. This is very specific. The music that you got, Justin Timberlake, say something, unreachable, you know, getting out, ending, reaching out, wanting to, but not, ghosting. You got Rihanna, 4 or 5 seconds, just speaking your mind, getting through it, you know, don't push them, jailbird, or jail, and getting bail, like talking shit, you know, being your pride. On this side, you have Post Malone. You probably think that you're better now just because I'm not around. You know, Pink, The Great Escape. I just love it. Pink, The Great Escape, feeling too much, make the hurt go away, saving someone from themselves, depression, etc. Hurts now will save us later, which basically just means you got to go through it. Once you go through it, you become stronger than you could ever know now. It's a strength that comes only after going through something you feel you could never get through, but then do. You have price tag. Everyone's got a price. I wonder how they sleep at night. You know, it's not about the money. You're going back to a simpler time. It's not about money and appearance. You know, you gotta live with love, dance. You have Drake, take care. I know you've been hurt by someone else. You know, rumors about someone, pushing someone away. They want to help. They want to take care of you. Hiding this from people, friends, loved and lost. Adele, send my love to your new lover. None of it's me. You put your hands on my body and told me you were ready. We both know we ain't kids no more. Saying goodbye, wishing someone the best, and hoping they treat their new lover better than you. So, as much as these are all just very coincided, we'll, I guess, maybe start over here. Like I said, your partner obviously feels like you've, you know, betrayed, moved on, stabbed in the back, gone. You think that you're only better now because they're not around. You know, you're feeling, or this person is feeling way too much. They just want the hurt to go away. Um, you know, they could be depressed. Um, they may know about your new person. So maybe there are secret details to it, but I'm picking up that the person at least has an idea that you've moved on with somebody else. And I think you have a message then from perhaps you are hiding something and, you know, you're hiding it for different reasons. Maybe you've been hurt. You know, rumors and gossip can be pretty brutal depending on, you know, where you are and what your social situation is. You know, maybe you're pushing other people away that want to help you, but they just don't understand what you're going through because you're hiding it from everybody. Um, you know, you've loved and you've lost, right? That's kind of, so maybe you've gone through a secret breakup, or, you know, maybe that third party situation didn't end so well for either side. Next to it, you have a price tag, right? And that with the 45 seconds, the going back to a simpler time, but also getting through the week, you know, having pride. It's not about appearance, and live with love. I think that those are, again, although there may be, you know, some secrets and still a few things that might have to be, you know, dug through. I think you, the person watching the video, has done a lot of work, and I do think that you are ready to open up to something other than, you know, it's not just about the money. And I do think that maybe you're ready to admit that you've been hurt by somebody. You know, maybe you're ready to stop kind of talking shit and getting kind of out of your pride. Maybe you're ready to speak your mind, you know? And to that, the last message, the say something, you know, time is man made, absolutely. But with that being said, it is precious as well. And when you feel the urge to reach out to somebody, or you want to say something, you know, you're getting up and you're letting a situation end, but you want to and you don't want to, and so you end up possibly ghosting. Don't do that. No matter how hard it is, if they're unreachable, find a way. Um, I've been ghosted, and it is, I mean, it's next level. It can really mess somebody up, and it's such a cowardly thing to do. You want to be an asshole, then be an asshole, right? You want to be a player, you want to be I don't care what you want to be, then be that. But if all you are is somebody that wants to be those things, but lies and cheats and, steals and hurts people, but then behind closed doors, you brag to the one you're with, you're a coward, or this other person is a coward. And I feel like, wow, I just got so much. There's a lot that's going on here. I'm already 25 minutes into the reading, so I genuinely feel like I could keep saying the same thing over and over, which, if you know me, I tend to do. So I am just going to try to wrap it up. But there's a lot of hurt here, and I think on this side there's been a little more healing, but I feel like that is because there has been help to heal. So whether that is you have an elderly man and what looks like kind of like a mother, or it could be the other person. Maybe you found somebody else and this person hadn't. Whatever that situation is, if you're going to transform and speak in your truth, there definitely can be victory for you. Like I said in another video, we all go through times and we all go through things that we don't want to say out loud and we wished we couldn't. However, those are the moments that you need to be yourself and you need to speak your mind and be as authentic as possible, because anybody can say that they're anything, but to be it takes a very special person. So if you want to be somebody that has made these mistakes, be somebody that owns up to them. If you're somebody that's had this done to you, then speak up for yourself. If you need to take some time and, you know, I don't think it's a good idea to hide things from, friends and family. I think our friends and family are, I mean, essentially, they are supposed to be there to support and love us unconditionally. And again, it comes back to the choices we have in life. We may not have chosen, at least consciously, maybe at soul level, we have not chosen, in our human lives, the parents that we pick and, the extended family that we have. But you can choose how to engage with them, when to engage with them, to engage with them. Um, if it is a situation where there is a third party, especially if there's a child involved, speak the fuck up, because screw you and this person's feelings and what other people might say or do, because you're not just moving for yourself if this is the situation. You'd be moving for a child as well. And regardless of how, it may have happened, that child doesn't deserve to be in this situation. I don't think any kids do. And if you guys have children together as well, and you've gone through sort of this hurt and betrayal, and if you feel, I think this person, your partner, definitely has just hit a wall. Absolutely. Whenever I even come over here, I feel like I can't like talk anymore. Like my chest gets so unbelievably heavy. The funny thing is that this person is they just want the pain to go away. Like they just don't want to be in it anymore. And when I say in it, I mean they just want to escape. So they're not going to think about you and tell themselves that they're better, because that's so much easier. Send my love to your new lover. We'll be on good terms. That's fine. They're pushing. They are definitely pushing away. I've been hurt. There's rumors. You're hiding this from friends and family. Maybe that's why, they felt like they had to put on this show and not let people know that they were hurt, or not let anybody know that that's really what happened, or, because it's embarrassing. Again, unfortunately, I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been cheated on, and unfortunately, I have been the person that, has cheated with somebody. And both, at the time, I not only had a partner myself, but that person had a partner as well. And, it's moments like that in your life where, we preach, this is your life and you have to live it authentically, and you have to, speak your mind, speak your truth. But a situation like that, they're just, I get it because I was in it. It's not something you plan, or if anyone even said that that was even something that would or could happen, I would have laughed, in anybody's face. But it was another lesson to learn, in the sense of, just because you feel bad about something doesn't mean that you're not just as guilty as the person that doesn't feel bad. Or, do you know what I mean? If I knew that people were going to get hurt, so even if I didn't want to hurt them or felt bad about it, at the end of the day, the people that got hurt didn't give a fuck if I thought that or not. You know what I mean? Um, that didn't, that doesn't clear my karma because I felt bad and I didn't mean to hurt anyone. The fact of the matter is that sometimes we make moves in life that we feel we have to make, and that's okay. But it is not okay to intentionally hurt someone. And being somebody that's made the mistake personally, I know that I'm not a bad person. I know that I, didn't want things to go that way. And I've thought to myself, like, what do you do in that situation if, you know, you're married, for example, and what, just because some cute person comes along, you're just, okay, honey, well, I don't know, he's just really cute. So a divorce, it doesn't work that way. And unfortunately, when it gets to the point that it's developed to that, it's so, I mean, there's just, but we all have choices. And a choice being made, whether it's hard or not, is don't do anything, right? And so even if I can try to justify this, it doesn't make a difference because we're all given choices. And so if that's a situation that's going on here, literally the only thing that can, I want to say heal, because I'm a very, very hopeful person, and especially if you share children together, the only thing that's going to heal this is going to be, I know, cover your ears, honesty and the truth, which people don't like, right? When it's confession time, it's past the point, right? You've been caught, or this relationship has obviously ended. Like, things have, we've gotten past the point of saying, "Oh, you got me," right? There's obviously been an extreme amount of pain, but also love, and there has been kind of a public show. I think this is so similar to my situation. Yeah, it's so weird, but anyways, I think that this person had an unbelievable amount of, pent up, maybe it's fire, so it could be anger, it could be emotion, it could just be they've had enough, right? Feeling too much, just make the hurt go away, you know? Saving someone from themselves. The only thing that can heal a situation like this really is honesty. And as hilarious as that might sound, to go up to somebody and say everything that happened, no, it didn't happen, or get over it, or just to never see them. I think ghosting is probably one of the most just cowardly things. Like, I'm not going to go on a rant about it, but I can't stand people that talk and yap, and they have so much to say behind closed doors. And when that moment comes, when all that yip, 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 it's time to say something, because you're entitled to feel how you feel. But when that moment comes and you don't say anything, you need to sit down. You know, people have so much to say behind everybody's back, and they want to be these people that they think are, you know, cool, and this guy's got girls on his side, and oh my god, and this chick's got all these guys, and oh my god. But at the end of the day, it's not hard, you know, to do the wrong thing. Doing the wrong thing is probably 99% of situations. Honestly, the wrong thing is probably the easiest thing to do. It's easy to lie. Lying is incredibly easy. Telling the truth, that shit takes balls. Like I said, going into a situation where you know you're going to hurt somebody is, I mean, it's terrifying. It's walking onto a field and you know you're going to get shot. You know it's coming. You know it's going to hurt. You just don't know when, where, how. But to not do that, I mean, I won't even get into the karma and whatnot that goes along with those things. But it's not even about that. At least it shouldn't be. This should be about your own integrity. And because I see healing on this side of things, I think the final sort of piece of healing that this situation needs for whatever the outcome might be is really some honesty. It is really some authenticity. It's really some, have you asked this person if they're okay? Have you checked in on them? You know, if it is going back to the third party, if it's a baby, if it's a third party, if it's a new relationship. Again, none of those things are pleasant, but for any child involved in this situation, they don't deserve, to be kept a secret or to have their father or mother feel ashamed of them. Or do you know what I mean? That's not the way someone should come into the world. And I very strongly believe in karma, but in doing something like that, it's sort of past karma, I think. You can only do something and you can only, hurt so many people before that kind of starts to come back around. And so be as authentic as you can. If you owe somebody an apology, give them an apology. If they owe you an apology, oh, I'm sorry. I'll say it for them because I know what it's like to have to go through things knowing that, you'll never get the validation that you really want, or, the truth, or the apology, or so sometimes, we have to accept apologies we never get, and we have to move on and forgive people that haven't done the same for us. And it's none of our business what other people think of us. I mean, at the end of the day, as stupid as the saying is, it's really none of our business. And so if Tom, Dick, or Harry want to sit around talking and gossiping and, if you or this other person wants to be somebody that, you know, I guess ghosts people and, kind of hurts and betrays, and I would strongly suggest to keep going down the path of healing and reach out when you know you need to, no matter how hard it is. There was a really great connection here at some point, but this person is devastated. Really, I would check in on them just for the depression factor alone. It kind of looks like there's some definitely some depression, maybe some denial. It's kind of like I said, it's easier to just pretend nothing happened than to kind of to go through it sometimes. Um, yeah, too good at goodbye. There you go. So yeah, I mean, having gone through this many times before, you know what's coming, being hurt again and again, cycles, letting go, not getting too close. So I'd say that's pretty clear cut to move on with your life any kind of sort of positive way, I just suggest having the tough talks and getting it out in the air. If it's somebody that you have to maintain a relationship with, I think at the very least, even if it's the rudest goodbye, you should never ghost anybody. Grow a set of balls. You're not a ghost yet. And when you do become a spirit, that's not the kind of shit you want to, bring with you. So be the person you want somebody to be to you. Remember, things do come back around sometimes worse than they came the first time. It only hurts for a little bit, try to, yeah, honestly, try reaching out and speak up. It's definitely, you're definitely heading into a simpler time for sure. I think that this has been a very tumultuous time, but it's definitely coming more to a halt. I think the breakups already kind of happened, and if you do have the kids there, just know that there's definitely a bond here, but there are some transformations that need to take place, and I think on both sides of things, from the whatever side you're on, try to take ownership for if you're feeling this way, feel it. It's okay. You've been through something, so don't be ashamed and reach out for help but if you're on this side of things, you know, what you did yesterday doesn't define who you are today or who you're going to be tomorrow. What you do right now does. We have to live in these moments. It's every choice that we have, every test that we're given from the universe is not even a test, really. It's where do you want to go? So you get to decide where do you want to go. Continue down this path or light it up and live your best life. Remember, life is not about the money, 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 right? So, yeah, don't push anybody. Don't be a smart ass. Don't be too sensitive. Don't talk too much, like for both sides of things. That's from my own personal experience. Yeah, guys, it's such a tough situation. I'm gonna send you love and light. You can email me below. Click like, subscribe, share, and hopefully you get through this knowing that you're all the better for it. So no matter what side of things you're on, just know that everything that's happened to you, for you, with you at this point has made you who you are, which is a well-rounded person. And if any of those things had been different, the entire situation would be different. And so we can't say who we are in another's life. You never know when you're the karma in somebody's life, right? You don't know what your role is sometimes until you're gone or until it's too late. But it's never too late to be the person you want to be. So, all the hurt, all the hurting, definitely both sides have been hurt. And that's a fact that if I've made it seem one sided, I just feel like on this side of things, which I'm calling you, I feel like you've just got more family. You've got, just these. You definitely, you're not in that same energy. I mean, even with this one, you're more ready to, punch someone in the face and run away than you are with this person is just like devastated, right? And then in the middle with the breakup. Anyways, I wish you guys all the best, love and light, be as authentic as you can because why be anything else? Bye, guys.